Welcome back, everyone, to the world of Lost Colony. Good thing I didn't whack that guy in the face. But yes, welcome back. Welcome back. We're back home after like a 2-day journey across the map where we made it all the way to the front gates of the Lost King's Palace, which is basically that thing over there. It's a long way away. In fact, my map will show you exactly. Actually, my map doesn't show you how far away. Kind of does. Kind of does. We basically went across the map. It was a wild old ride. It was absolutely insane. But we made it home in one piece somehow. We actually survived, which I deceived my own expectations in doing that. But now that we're home, it is time for us to lay down the work and really get things off the ground. Anyone can travel across a map and survive. Well, not really. I often can't do that myself. But it takes a true ARK, I don't know what word I'm looking for there, but it takes a true survivor to be able to survive these harsh conditions. And that's what I want to start working towards today. We got to expand our base. We got to improve our technologies. We got to get some stronger teams. And to do that, well, yeah, like I said, I think it's going to start by expanding our little base over there just a little bit to allow a little bit of room for some new fabricators, some new structures, a generator, you know, really like the electrical business of stuff. Now, what I'm actually out doing currently is harvesting some wood, because we can kind of kill two birds with one stone here and work our way through this bunch of missions right here. We need 1,000 wood, 1,000 thatch, and then to craft up some structures. So I figured we may as well get some skill points along the way, because why the heck not? And we're going to be able to kind of acquire it like ridiculously quickly too. I don't know, it kind of works out perfectly. It's like the game knows exactly what we need to do moving forward. So we're going to do exactly that, and bam, we've done it. Now, all I'm missing is a bit of fiber so we can craft up the rest of these structures, and we're going to be golden. Obviously, I could... Oh, wait, yeah, no, I was going to say maybe I get stone structures. No, we can't get stone structures. The whole point of this quest is 10 wooden structures. So let's get 10 wooden structures. I think, dude, what exactly would I want to craft up though? Because here's what I'm thinking. I kind of want stone. I think we're going to need stone eventually anyways, but I like stone structures. Do I go for wood foundations or wood walls? And then I'll end up with like stone foundation. I'm going to get wood walls. We're going to need a bunch of them. Stuff it. How many was it? 10? Was it 10? Was it 10? Is 10 what I needed? 10 wood structures. Sweet. And then once this completes, we'll we'll get like a new set of stats and things, but then we can also go and allocate our skill points in our skill tree and just get stronger and more superior and better. I think that's a good thing. Bam, there it goes. And now it wants us. What the heck? All right, this is broken. Seriously, is this broken? Look at this, right? Tamer, okay, all right, I'm looking at these two here, right? Stone starter, tamer herbivore. Yeah, okay, sure. Harvest 1,000 stone, sure. Craft 50 structures. I don't mind that. This one here, though, harvest 1,000 stone, craft 100 stone arrows, craft 25 thatch structures. You know what's actually interesting about this? I could satisfy both these at the exact same time. And I wonder what would happen. Would the game break? Oh, I need more stone. Will the game break? You know, if basically... That's an interesting thing. Now that I think about it, that could get a little bit janky. And the reason I say that, like, I don't think you're meant to get both of them complete at the same time. But we could. We actually could. Which is ridiculous. I just need to tame a herbivore. You ready? I can do that right this second. Oh, is that enough? Is it enough? It is enough. I can just go, here's a berry. I don't know how many we need, but that'll do it. Now we can just walk off and let him do his thing. I'm gonna see what happens. Let's experiment. Let's see if we can break the skill tree. End up with 6 skill points where we're only meant to get 3, and then just roll with it and just see what happens. Why the heck not? Why the heck not? But anyways, another 4 stone foundations on the way already. And I guess this is like the time for us to kind of ask the question, is it worth us just moving bases? Like, I don't know if I want to like fully move bases. I don't think that's kind of what I'm going for. But I guess I mean, we could, like, that's where we live. There is a like pretty cool cave up there that I could move into. We kind of found that yesterday. But then on top of that, I don't know, even like out here somewhere, like I could live on the edge of this cliff over here. I don't like the fact we're on the edge of the world. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit uncertain about. I'm not too convinced that I want to, like, it makes me a little unsure about, I don't know, living on the edge of the world. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know how many other ways to say it. But either ways, my parasaur is crafted up. It's tamed up, rather. So that is criteria number 1 dealt with. Now I get the last little bit of my stone. And now this is what our skill tree suddenly looks like. We got that one sorted, that one sorted. I got 100 stone arrows. I mean, we're going to need arrows, so sure. Okay. I mean, that's actually pretty easy for us to get our hands on. All right, let's head back towards base, though. That is where we're going, after all. And then we'll work out our next movement from down there. So I guess we'll just grab another couple hundred from here. We'll craft up some foundations as well. I'm gonna break this game to bit. I don't think we're gonna break it. I think I'm sure that they've thought of this. There's gonna be things implemented to prevent us from doing this. I guess we'll see how thorough these things are. But anyways, bam, bam. There we go. Another 1,000 sorted. Lovely. I guess we should probably get some crafting now because I got quite a bit of resources and I can barely move. 15 stone foundation. Seems a little bit excessive, not gonna lie. I probably don't need that many. But too bad at this point, I suppose. We're gonna get a big old stone platform. My favorite type of base. I'm just very heavy right now. I gotta pass off some of these things. Alright. I don't need berries. Oh. I dropped some of those berries, I suppose. Oh, and the other thing, actually, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. Because yeah, okay. I need 25 structures. And then I gotta craft 25 thatch structures all together at once. That's the plan. I'm actually gonna stop that. Let's get 100 arrows. Those are gonna craft up really, really fast. And then, honestly, I kind of just want someone to run me back to base real quick. Can we... Raptor, can you do that? Or are you going to be too heavy? Nah, you can do that. Sweet. Oopsie. Bring me home, then. Bring me home. Beautiful. All right, too easy. I got to get this guy a saddle. That's the other thing that we got to do, I think. I feel like that's kind of like an important little step that we should probably take care of. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking we maybe move base. I feel like it's just it'd be a good idea. I do like it out here, but I wouldn't say it's safe, and it's just a little bit of an inconvenient location. I don't know. It was never meant to be like a long-term spot to come and live in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But maybe it can be. All right, so as things stand, this is what we've ended up with. We have ourselves 20 foundations and 13 walls, not including all these that we will probably eventually pull down and do something else with, of course. That actually is really, really good. That's fantastic, as a matter of fact. I'm going to fire this bad boy back up as well, just to get some more metal on the way. And I guess we may as well play it smart with this little experiment we're conducting here. We need 10 more structures before we do the thatch ones. What better of a kind of thing to start crafting than things like fabricators? We obviously cannot get this just yet. We're missing oil and spark powder. Spark powder, actually, that's actually not too bad. Spark powder, surely we have what it takes. I can get 50 of those right this second. In fact, that's actually going to craft up 100 of those. The thing is, oil is a whole nother thing. I don't know where to get oil from. That is going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. I don't even know where to begin looking. That's a problem. I guess oil and silica pearls are kind of presenting themselves as a little bit of a difficult one when you think about it. I don't know where to begin. But let's just go for a bit of a run and see what we can find. If we're going to find oil anywhere, at least at this point. Thank you for... Oh, and cementing paste. We need cementing paste too. But thankfully, we've got a lot of snails for some reason just cruising around the world, just dropping poop all over the place. So that kind of helps us. But yeah, if we're going to find oil and if we're going to find silica pearls, my best bet to look, at least at this point, is going to be the water. I'm assuming somewhere in this world there are going to be some oil nodes or something. Maybe deep out. Maybe even in this little lake. You know what? Let's just hit this lake. Which way is the lake? Which way is the big lake? Hold on. Apparently it's in front of us. All right. Let's just drop in. And I guess I'm just going to see if I can spot any little silica pearls. Like, surely if we're going to find them... Oh, there's a spino. All right, I think we're okay, though. All right. But this is what I wanted to look at. Lots of metal down here. Copious amounts of metal. But I do not see silica pearls. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Also, no oil. So we're going to have to think of something a little different then. As I'm going to need oil for a generator, and we're going to need oil for fuel. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to use my dino finder to find... Oh, I was going to say find some castoroids, some beavers. But as far as we're concerned, no beaver dams. At least in the areas that we've been. No castoroids. That is unfortunate. So we're going to have to try something a little different then, I suppose, because... Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay. I'm going to have to try something a little different. Alright, real quick. We're going to head back up here, though. Just trying to think what other options we have. Maybe inside the caves, we could try something. Maybe we'll head up there and just see where that can kind of take us. Why is there a Phiomia here? While we're at it, though, we've leveled up quite a bit recently. Can I afford a grapple yet? We can. So I'm going to get a grapple. I believe we have everything we need for a reusable grapple. Now what I can do is equip this on my crossbow. I might even get a second crossbow. Just so I can have a grapple. Oh, I need fiber of all things, really. Just so I can get a grapple crossbow and then a regular crossbow. And what that's just going to allow me to do is just move around a little bit easier, I suppose. We can kind of go a little bit more vertical. Then again, I do have a pteranodon, so what's the point? Yeah, I guess stuff it. We'll get another one anyways. Why the heck not? Probably don't need spears anymore either, so we'll drop those for the time being. And we'll plop that there. You can have the arrows, you can have the grapple. Sweet. All right. So I'm going to bring you with me. I'm going to bring you with me. These guys seem to be my powerhouses at the moment, for lack of better words. And then I'm going to leave... We get to get a lot of dinosaurs. I'll leave my rhino. They haven't got an... Oh, the parasaur. The raptor. No, wait, what? Where's the ovis? Where's the ovis? All right, how many teams have I got now? There he is. My little mutton machine. Also, I can shave him, so that'd be kind of cool. All right, you come with me. We just traveled 100 meters on foot as well, and then you come with me. And then I'm gonna ride you. All right, I forgot. We can fly now as well, so we can kind of find our way around in different ways. We do have obsidian? I think that's obsidian. All right, let's head up in here. We haven't really had a good look in here yet, but we do have a lot of icy water, which could potentially lead us to a few of these ingredients we're looking for. Let's have a suss. Oh, silica pearls, beautiful. A lot of them too. Wow, okay, did not expect that. Awesome, awesome. That's so good. That is so good. Hundreds of them. Let's go. Let's go. I was so worried that silica pearls were gonna be hard to find, but nope, we're good. Best part about this is we no longer need to go looking for beaver dams, because the whole point of the beaver dam exploration was going to be for silica pearls. So we don't need that anymore. Now it's just oil. This water is freezing cold though. This is obsidian. It's very dark down here, by the way. I can barely see what I'm doing, so I assume you guys can barely see what I'm doing either. But while we're here, may as well just collect as much of that as we can. And we'll get back to the surface. Get back to our Pteranodon. And if I can, which I can't, beautiful. All right, we'll come up this way instead then, I guess. And now we turn our attention to oil. Oh, I was like, how do I get out of here? The pathway atop. All right, so I'm really heavy just from that little pickup spree. I don't even know what's weighing me down at this point. I guess Pteranodons, yeah, aren't really meant to carry a lot of stuff, so that's probably why. But let's work out where we're going, because I kind of wanted to follow. So yeah, this is definitely the world, the edge of the map. I wanted to follow the water upwards, upstream rather than downstream, just to see what we come across, basically. See what happens at the end of this little river here. It leads to a Spino. So far, all rivers lead to a Spino. But does it lead to any oil nodes? It appears not. And yeah, have a look at this. We've reached the edge of the edge of the arc. Fair enough. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we start to traverse in a slightly different direction. I feel like I'm gonna regret. Coming as heavy as I am, because if I do find resources, it's gonna be. We're not gonna be able to bring a whole lot home. Oh, stamina is really, really low right here. We're not gonna be able to carry a whole lot home. We have a very full inventory already. Are these just regular? I think they're just regular plants. They look cool. But I thought maybe they had like a cool resource. I guess not. Okay, this is kind of what I'm thinking. This is what I was talking about. Like, this is what's over the cliff behind our base. There is so much room out here. This is... Oh, that is a very high level Pteranodon. And it's highlighted something I should have crafted a very long time ago too. I need a bowler. I can't believe I don't have one yet. Oh! Oh! You crafty little devil. Oh, I'm so lucky I saw that coming. Stinking little Microraptor. I hate those guys so much. But cool. All right. Yeah, look, a level 145 Pteranodon. I think it's a must. Good news is, when I knock it out, it's not going to fall into water, so that's a refreshing change, that's for sure. Oh, hey you. How you doing? How much health you got? 1,000? Alright, you know what? I know where the Pteranodon is. We can always come out here at another time. It's not too far from home. It's a thing. It's a thing. Soulwin. Not tameable, though. That is unfortunate, but that's one of the new creatures. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. So we're just cruising along the edge of the world here. And what I'm hoping to find are some big black rocks. Covered in oil. I don't see any yet, unless... What are these? They kind of look a little bit oily. But I think they're just regular rocks, unfortunately. But I feel like, I don't know, I just look out here and I'm like, this, I feel like, could be what we're looking for. What a sick looking area, too. The only thing is, everything's covered in snow, so it's going to be really hard to actually find what I want. Like, I don't know, I can't tell the difference between all the things we're looking at. I don't know where I'm looking. Everything kind of looks the same. What's this say? Hold on. There's a little patch here with no snow on it. Alright, it doesn't look that special. Definitely not oil. Okay. So we're not going to find oil. Well, at least it's looking like oil ain't going to be found like this. So I wonder if instead of oil, we actually are meant to go looking for aberration gas. Using gas collectors. Maybe? Like these things. Nah, then we need red gems. And I don't see any red gems yet. What the heck is that? Is that a monkey? Alpha hulking revenant? That's a thing? Okay then. That's kind of crazy. Staying away from that guy then. What have we got here? This is actually a cool little pit. Or big old pit. Nothing looks like oil inside of it, unfortunately. But there are some, quite a bit of metal. Those are some chunky old metal nodes. Rich. Rich of the richest. And it looks like these kind of were rivers at some point, but not anymore. What's this? Hold on, something's glowing. Oh, it's just a Uranus doing Uranus things. Just making everybody else scared of him. But while we're here... That's oil, I think. Might be metal, actually. Hold on. That there looks different, doesn't it? I reckon that's oil. I reckon that's oil. Unfortunately, that's a Spino. And that's a Dinotherium, damn it. Alright, this might be a... Oh, there's 2 Spinos out here. Alright, I'm just gonna see what I can achieve here. Is he onto me, or is he messing with Spinos? I don't know if I'm in trouble or not. Oh, there's a Caprisuchus out here too. Alright. That's a good warning. That's a good warning for me, I think. Alright. So, I'm just gonna land it. I think we're pretty safe over here. The other guys all seem to be kind of bothering each other right now, which is good for me. Is this what I think it is, though? Let's find out. Got silica pearls here too. That is definitely oil. That is oil. Let's freaking go! Alright. Nice! Perfect! I don't need much. That's probably fine for now. If there's more here, I'll grab it, but I think that's it. Alright, cool. Cool! I'm happy. There is a Capro over there. Just sitting, waiting. I'm not gonna give him a chance to mess with me. Or am I? Maybe I am. We're good! Alright, let's go. We've got what we came for. It's time for us to return home, and we traveled a little bit further than I expected. But we're good. Alright. That was way more successful than I ever could have imagined it being. 900 silica pearls, 120 oil, and on the way... Oh, damn it. I forgot about that little thing. Cementing paste. Thankfully, we got enough for it. Yay. Yeah, I'm honestly tempted to, like, craft up a snail at this point. Just so they can generate me, or even just trap one. They seem to kind of just cruise around these parts doing their thing, but... the fact they can just generate kind of chitin paste, or achatina paste, is what they call it. I think it's a very valuable thing for us to get our hands on. But either ways, fabricator acquired. Nice. Check. Sweet. All right. So now's that moment. We got to work out what we're doing. Where are we going to live? What are we going to do? I think for now, just until we work our next step out, I think we'll just kind of expand onto the side of this. Just so we can, I guess, get our essential kind of structures crafted up. And then we can work out our next step from there. What's this obstructed by, though? What, just the land? It's a bit of a janky placement, but it's going to have to do. On top of that, we're going to have to put some hide and some oil in here. So, sure, grab that. And then oil, grab that, pull it. Oh, I didn't grab the hide. Okay, pull it. I don't want to use all the oil. That part is pretty important here. But we do need to get some fuel so we can power up our little situation here. So, as soon as I get 5 of these, I'm going to turn it straight off. Surprised we're not getting the recipe for gasoline, though. Does it normally take this long? I feel like this is a little bit more time consuming than it normally is. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm a silly Billy. Or maybe not. 5 gasoline. Oh, give me the rest of that oil. Like I said, we do not want to waste that stuff. So, gasoline in there. I'm going to put the oil in there as well. Teleporters. Oh, it just occurred to me. With all of the silica pills, we can actually get ourselves a ton of electronics, which is probably very, very important for us right this second. Yo! All right. Can I get 100 of these? Because 100 of these... 47. I just got away from more metal. 100 of these gets me a teleporter remote and an awesome teleporter. And it's going to allow us to fast travel rapidly around the map. That's huge. That's massive. That's mega. That's awesome. You know what else we probably should get our hands on as well? Another forge. I think we're going to speed up our metal production. It's just letting us down at the moment. So the faster we can do that, the better, I would say. I guess I'm just going to place you here. We'll grab a good batch of you and a good batch of you. And we're actually going to run out of metal soon too. So we should probably get some more of that as well. But that is great. Electronics. Can I get more? Yeah, I know. All right, just give me 3 more. All right, so we've got enough. That's 25, and I need 50 per structure. So I guess first things first, we get the remote. Oh, we're going to need polymer too. I always forget about polymer. And that is going to require us to get more cementing paste. And I get 20. Oof. We are low on chitin, which is fine. I can get that, and then low on stone because I spent it all on structures. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can get that stuff in no time. But things are looking great. Things are looking really, really good. And I think it might be time for us to now turn our attention to ticking off these little boxes that we were looking at. Like I said, I want to test out and see if we can complete both of these quests at the same time and just see what happens. Also, dinosaur bones. Oh, I thought maybe I could harvest those for some extra chitin or something. That would have been amazing. But it wasn't meant to be. All right. A little bit more of that. And we're golden. So I need to craft up 8 structures before I go to absolute town on the thatch stuff. So what I'm thinking is maybe some pillars. I do like pillars. We just need a little bit of thatch. Can I get like 8 of these? Yep, we can. All right, I'm going to use pillars at some point. So let's grab those. And then I guess I don't want to turn this off yet though. I don't want to turn it off just yet because then we're going to have to use the gasoline just to power it up again, which is going to seem kind of wasteful. Whoopsie. I was meant to get 2 more pillars. And then I'm going to craft up 25 thatch structures for absolutely no reason. It feels so darn wasteful to do it. But whatever. What is the cheapest thing I can craft? A thatch fence? Okay, 10, 15, 4. That's a bit cheaper. Just the cheapest thing we've got. Maybe this. I'm not going to use these, so I don't really care what it is. But, yeah, I had a feeling fiber was going to let us down here. Let me just see how this plays out. It's not working. It's not working. Cancel. No, I busted it. No! It's not counting. I think I crafted like... you know, watch this. If I craft like a ceiling, I bet you that works. But I think because I crafted some like obscure door... No. It's just not working at all. Crafting 25 thatch structures. Is it... What's stopping this from working? Because it's a CS maybe. Hold on. If this counts, I busted it. I busted it. That worked. Oh my gosh, I just crafted the wrong stuff. That's all I did. Well, there's no point in me doing that any further. We just ruined the experiment. That stings. Oh well. Is what it is. Back to plan A. I messed up. Can't really do much about it. That is so unfortunate. Alright, well, instead then. Find me an Acatina, please. Really? Is that the closest we could find? I was going to say. There was one right here somewhere. The only thing is... Don't you dare. I knew you were going to do that. Alright. At what point is he going to pop out of there? Because he's healing up as we speak. How much health? I dealt 65 damage. So as long as he heals up under 65, I can poke him in the head. We can harvest him up. We can get what we need from him. And then we'll be happy chappies. Come on, buddy. I need 8 chitin. That's all I need. I'm gonna wait till I bugger off, maybe. I wouldn't blame you. I really don't blame you. Better not be full health. Otherwise, maybe I just got to hit him a little harder next turn. I think that might be the answer. You know who hits harder than me? This guy. You know who else could just give me what I need? You. Sorry, Akatina. Oh, I killed it! 67 chitin, let's go. And then 9 keratin. Beautiful. All right, well, we got what we needed. Now I can get the cementing paste. I've definitely got some obsidian, which means we can craft the polymer. We can get our teleporter. And then technically we might be able to teleport to some other locations around the map. That's the big if. Who knows? So let's find out. 20 cementing paste coming right up. Do I actually have obsidian or do I need to go and get some? I definitely craft. Yes, we do. Beautiful. So good. So good. All right. Let that do its thing. Get in here. Polymer. I mean, obviously we could have probably gone just looking for some penguins instead. And maybe that would have been the smarter choice. But it's too late now. All right. 10 of these coming right up. It was just 10 that we needed. Oh, it's 20 that I need. Uh-oh. 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 17. I'm the tiniest little bit short. Ah, brother. All right, this time around, I'm just gonna go and grab a few little scrap chitin off of these dudes over here. My least favorite creatures. One of my least favorite creatures in the game. They're not gonna give me much, but I don't need much. 43 total. At least I don't have to worry about them hiding within their little snail shell and being a little pain in my buttocks. Now that I've done that, we'll pop them in here. Craft up the remaining. Oh, one more, please. One more. And that is enough to get me the last 10 polymer. And then we're just gonna have to do it all over again at some point to get an actual, like a proper teleporter in my base. But that's not what this is about. This is just about getting us access to one of these. And then once I've got one of these, we should be able to teleport. Well, it might just open up some teleportation avenues around the world. And that's what I am interested in. So, what's the problem? I need more cement. I need 15 more cementing paste. Are you kidding me? Well, I can't craft that. I can't craft that. Damn it! Well, it is what it is. I'm turning this off. It's just so noisy and annoying. Yeah, you're going to sleep. See you later, mate. Well, look. We've kind of laid down the foundations to what comes next. I now need to work out where we're going to build this next base. Do we want to live here? Do we want to just stay here permanently? Or I honestly, I've kind of liked this area just behind us. I do. It looks kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of deadly stuff out there, but I don't know. It's not like the open landscape type of thing. It's nice. Plus, might actually get some sunlight out there and it not be obscured because we're like right in the middle of like mountains. We get no sunlight out here, no natural light. I'm not into it. So I'm going to give it some thought. And I guess next episode, we're going to maybe move bases and we'll work out what our next movements are from there. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. I'll catch you in the next one soon. But until then, keep smiling. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.